Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Amanda. Thanks so much for stopping by. I am just giving you guys a good look at the messes that I am dealing with today. It is Sunday. It's out now after church, so we're moving into the midday, and there were some messes that I hadn't had a chance to get to. We've now eaten lunch, so there's messes in the kitchen and then from the kids playing. So I just wanted to bring you guys along as I'm going to tackle this mess. The first thing that I wanted to get to today was the small load of laundry. My laundry is a lot smaller now that my husband's out of town, so it wasn't too much for me to do, and I'm really trying to see all the laundry through start to finish when I get it into the dryer, waiting until it's done and making sure that I have some time set aside to fold it. It doesn't always happen, but I am trying to get better about that. You guys know I'm awful about that. So I need to do a load pretty much every day just because we have 4 kids, so it's pretty constant, but I do find that that helps me stay ahead of it, and I don't get the huge piles that stack up if I do a load a day and I stay on top of putting it all away immediately after it comes out of the dryer. So I'm doing that. If you're new, we don't have dressers in our home, so we just hang things up. So I'm just going to be putting hangers on everything, and then things like shorts and pants and all that just goes on a shelf. So next is the kitchen area. This is another area that is just constant all day long. I hadn't had a chance to come in and clean up our breakfast dishes, and then we just had some lunch. So I needed to come in, and I also hadn't had a chance to unload the dishwasher from this morning. So I'm unloading the clean dishes, and then I'm going to be cleaning up all the messes that we've made from this morning and then after church when we had lunch. So I did just want to mention really quick, you guys are going to notice that the water is running the whole time that I'm loading the dishwasher. That isn't something that I usually do. The water was completely cold, and I'm trying to get it to heat up because I like to wash my baby's bib and her high chair tray by hand. I'm not able to put them in the dishwasher. They just take up too much room. Those items, you can put them in the dishwasher. They're safe, but they just take up too much room. And then I've only got the one bib for her, and I love it, so I can't be putting it in the dishwasher. But normally I don't have the water running the entire time I'm loading the dishwasher. I just needed it to heat up so that I could hand wash those items.
Something about the way you move makes me wanna feel your groove. Something about the way you dress, baby, got me feeling like a mess, baby.
So one thing that's in my midday routine is to wipe down the table and just get everything cleaned up. There's a little more on the table than there usually is. Nora's church dress is on there. My kids actually have swim lessons on Sunday afternoons, so she was changing out of her dress to put her suit on because we're going to be going to that in just a little bit here. And then the Legos. My kiddos absolutely love Legos, and I'm trying something new. We got these Legos not too long ago, so they're the popular ones right now. They love them. They're the ones that they want to play with all the time, and I'm trying to have them do it at the table. And that's partly because of our baby. She is about 15 months old, so there's that, safety issue, of course, but also the mess. They just seem to keep better track of their Legos when they're over on the table. But then, of course, that means they end up on that sideboard there. So I wanted to get those cleaned up because the kids did finish building all of their little sets, and they had them on display for a few days. And I was finally like, all right, that's enough. We're going to be putting them away, give you guys a few days off, and we can pull them out later, and you guys can rebuild them.
Underneath my lips, something about the way you look at me gets me every time I see your face.
So while I was cleaning up my baby's high chair, I did notice that these chairs were starting to get pretty gross, just the kids spill food on them and all that. So I did want to give the table and the chairs a good wipe down. I don't do this very often, and I took advantage of it today just because, again, it's Sunday and everything's really quiet. I'm not dealing with my kids and their schoolwork, so I had the time and they needed it. This poor table and these chairs, they're really, really worn. We've had them for quite a few years and we've moved with them a handful of times, and they are starting to show it. I mean, you can see the leather on that chair. This is just starting to see the end of its days, but I am trying my best to keep it in good condition while we have it and whatnot. So I am using the Wood for Good cleaner from Method on these just to try to bring a little bit of life back into the wood. And then I did want also to get to this little entertainment center as well. This is a really, really beautiful piece of furniture. So I try to come in here with the Wood for Good cleaner and clean it up as often as I can because this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of furniture.
Being in love when it's hurting does never add up to peace. You start to wonder who's playing. Play me, play who? Lucky I'm stronger than ever. Got the arrangement to leave. You can go on and collect some memories of me. Abandoning is a hard word to use, but it's true. So challenging life with you, but I'm all through. Gone away and gone for good. I did everything I could, but you can't remember me. Gone away and gone for good. I did everything I should, but you can't remember me. Every little thing that was said, it doesn't matter now when I leave, and our song is playing.
All right, so now that I have the kitchen and the dining area all cleaned up, I did want to come in and just really quick pick up our office area. It is part of my Sunday routine to come in and get the kids' school pages all ready and put into their folders and just ready for the week. So I wanted to make sure that the area was all cleaned up and ready for that. I don't do that until the evenings, but I did just want to come in and straighten everything up because the kids are in and out of here all day, every day as well. There's a lot of craft stuff that's on here, and then drawing and things like that. We keep all the paper over here, so it always needs my attention. The living room was next, and my helpers were not in the best mood today. As you can see, Nora and Warren were throwing toys at each other. So she got sent upstairs. She is the oldest, and she threw a toy pretty hard, and it bounced out of the room and caught my attention, and she was being pretty dramatic about it. So I sent her upstairs for some quiet time to kind of cool down, and then we all had a talk afterwards because I didn't actually know that Warren was the one that threw the first toy. So that came out later and we all had to talk about it. But yeah, Sunday afternoons are a little bit rough, especially now that they have swim lessons. The older kids aren't able to have a quiet time and they're kind of busy days. We're probably going to be switching and doing a different day of the week once everything calms down. They're done with schoolwork and softball and t-ball. But right now that's the day that it hits, and it's a little trying for everybody.
And our song is playing, play on. Remember me. Remember me. Gone away and gone for good. I did everything.
So the stairs, I've talked to you guys before about how it's kind of our catch-all area. We are getting a little bit better about it, but today I did this morning before church set like their swim towels and things on it. So I gave them to the boys so that they could take them to the back door and have them ready to go. And then I noticed that the stairs were just really, really gross, and I wanted to pull the vacuum out to get those cleaned up. I was planning on vacuuming the living room already, so I figured really quickly I was just going to get going on this because the stairs are actually very difficult for me to remember to vacuum, just because whenever I'm on them, I'm doing something. I'm up and down and whatnot, and the second I'm off of them, I forget. So I did want to take advantage of this real quick.
Show you that I was a mess. So you were shrugging your shoulders and closed off. That's what I told you. Soon enough, everything started to change. 'Cause there's no going back, no going back, there's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying high.
All right, like I said, the final thing was just coming in to vacuum up the living room. This rug, it hides the dirt pretty well, but the kids are always in here all the time, so it needs it pretty much every day. And I wasn't going to get to the rest of the house. We were running out of time anyway. We needed to go to swim lessons, but this is going to be the last thing. I just wanted to come through and clean everything up. It's just so refreshing on a Sunday afternoon to come in and the house gets cleaned up, and then it's ready for the evening and ready for the week. It really, for me, sets the week up so well. So I do try to make this a routine on Sundays to come in and get the house as clean as I can. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you got some great cleaning motivation from this. This isn't too intense. It's just sort of the daily pickup and cleanup and whatnot. But I hope you guys enjoyed and got some motivation from this. If you're new, consider subscribing. I do have a lot of cleaning content on my channel, and I will see you guys with my next video.
Riding on the dizzying highs.